What's up, guys? Osborne and McCarty are back for UFC 111, and it is a doozy. Stacked freaking card. Definitely looking forward to it. First fight of the night, we got Nate Diaz coming up to welterweight, taking on a guy named Rory Markham. I think it's a pretty good test. I don't want to see Nate have to fight, the top 10 of 170. So Markham is a good test. I think he can actually win.
Yeah.
Diaz is still a little bit of a question mark for me because, I don't know what he's really like at 170. I'm not sure if he has heavy hands to really last in that division, but I don't think he's going to have to. I think the submission game is going to come into it, which is always a good thing if you're a Diaz. So yeah. I'm going Nate Diaz, submission late second round. Matt.
Yeah, I'm going to agree completely. I mean, I don't think the stand-up is anywhere Diaz wants to be, especially just coming up to 170. But his submissions are great. I mean, come on. How can you go against Diaz? It's, Markham. We don't really know a lot about his ground game, so you got to give Diaz a submission. I'll say first round, though.
First round. Weird thing is, Rory has never been submitted. So it is actually a bold call, but
he's never fought Diaz.
That's a good point. Jared, what do you think?
Well, Rory Markham, he's got some heavy hands, glass jaw if he fights Dan Hardy, but Diaz isn't known for his punching power, but he's improved his boxing, like when he fought Gray Maynard.
Yeah,
I didn't think that he'd do that good, but he proved me wrong. So, Diaz, I think he could submit him, but I think they're going to stay standing for most of this fight. I think it's going to go to decision, but I'm going to give it to Diaz.
I like it. All right, another sick fight on this awesome card. You got John Fitch, Thiago Alves, Deuce. Rematch. Let's talk about the fighters. We know these guys pretty well. First, John Fitch. The guy, he's not super impressive in his fights where you're not seeing him put on a ton of fireworks and just wowing the crowds, but he's just a good old meat and potatoes kind of a guy, you know what I mean? Yeah. He gets in there, he gets the job done just about every time. Even GSP, he lost, but GSP couldn't finish him,
Yeah.
And this one, no disrespect to Thiago Alves, he's really improved a lot, but I think it might be a little bit more of the same with Fitch just being able to control him. The big thing for Thiago Alves, if he can freaking stuff those takedowns like he did against Koscheck, that will change the whole vibe of the fight. So I'm not counting out Thiago at all. The guy is a beast. He's got some amazing Muay Thai. If he can stuff those takedowns, it's going to be a long night for John Fitch. But going back to Fitch, gosh, I'm going to say he's going to take the decision. Matt, what do you think?
It's a good call. I think it's kind of the safe call, yeah.
Fitch,
safe. He's a decision grinder, man. That's what he does. The way I'm looking at it, how did these guys perform against GSP, the champion, the guy they went against? Fitch took a ton of damage, man.
He did.
And granted, GSP got injured in the Alves fight, but still, Alves was really great at getting up off of his back, the whole fight.
He really did.
So I don't know. I don't think Fitch is going to be able to get it to the ground consistently enough to win the fight. I'm actually going to take Alves. TKO.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
Do it.
You were making me feel better about my pick with those points you were making. All right, Jared, what do you think? We got one apiece.
I'm really looking forward to this fight. John Fitch, good wrestler, but Thiago did just fight GSP, and he looked really good against him. If you ask me. On the ground, when
he still lost.
Well, yeah, but on the ground, he got put on his back, and he got back up quite a few times.
Yeah.
And, GSP just couldn't hold him down, and that's what GSP does. He keeps people on the ground. I don't think it's going to be the same way as the first Fitch-Alves fight. I think that Thiago is going to get off the ground faster, and I think he's going to win in the stand-up. So I'm going to take Alves decision.
Guess what, guys?
What?
The interim heavyweight belt is back, and Mir and Carwin are going for it. I'm really excited about this fight. I know you're a Mir fan, so I'm going to help you out a little bit here. I'm going to throw this over to you, and you're going to tell me how Mir is going to win, because I already know you're going to pick him.
I think Mir is going to win it in the stand-up. Yeah, Carwin's been knocking a lot of people out, but he knocks everybody out with the same 1-2 combo. I think Mir is going to know to look for it. I mean,
he's smart enough to know
jab
that.
cross. Come on.
Yeah.
That's all Carwin does all night. I think Mir's got better kicks all around striking. I think Mir's just better, man. I think he's quicker. I don't know if he hits harder. And I think he's got a good enough ground game that if it does go down there, Mir can survive and possibly submit him. I mean, come on, that is Mir's game. So
yes, it is.
But if Mir's going to do it, I think it's going to be in the stand-up.
Okay, well, you know what? The last couple fights, he did submit Chet Congo, but that's after he freaking put him on his butt. And then Nogueira, that was another thing. It was a freaking clinic in the stand-up. So yeah, Mir definitely. I never thought I'd say this, but the stand-up is definitely the key to the game on that. Let's throw it over to Jared. Shane Carwin, no disrespect whatsoever. Freaking Carwin is a freaking beast. I was so excited when I heard of him and Lesnar fighting. Really sad that match didn't happen. It might never happen. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But if Carwin is going to win, what's the game plan? Is he all just stand up and he's got to just look for that 1-2?
Basically, I don't think it's a good idea to go to the ground with Frank Mir. You guys are a beast on the ground. I think Carwin, he needs to find Mir's chin. I think to do that, he's going to have to throw some feints, which I'm not sure if he will do, and see where Mir's head's going, see where he's ducking, and he needs to just hunt him down with that. And, I was going to pick Frank Mir, but I think I said a while back that I'm taking Carwin knockout until he doesn't do it. So, Carwin knockout.
Wow, way to keep with your promise there. I like it. Wow. Again, no disrespect to Shane Carwin. And, of course, if he wins, I'll pick him on the next fight. But I actually think you're right. I think experience is key, and Mir is looking pretty dominant in these last couple fights. Not that Carwin hasn't, but Mir has been in the big show so many times. Carwin hasn't fought the same level of competition. I think that's going to be the difference in the fight. So I'm going to take Mir submission, actually. I'm going to disagree and agree at the same time. Mir submission, put in the bank. It is time for a freaking main event again. George St-Pierre, Dan Hardy. Now here's what we're going to do, guys. Okay. I'm really not into hearing you guys talk about GSP yet again. It's freaking making me nauseous every time you do. I didn't bring a barf bag. So let's change the angle a little bit here. Let's keep this about Dan Hardy. We know GSP's deal. We know what he does. You know what I mean? It's not like he's going to come in and, just completely change up everything he's ever done. We know his deal. He's going to probably look for the takedown and wrestle with the guy. He's dumb, in my opinion, to exchange and try to strike with a guy who obviously has some pretty decent heavy hands. So, Matt, without saying GSP 5,000 times, what is Dan Hardy's key to winning this fight?
Not counterpunching. If he looks for the counter, I think he's just going to get taken down all night. GSP is great at baiting people. Sorry, I said it once already. But yeah, Dan Hardy's got to get in there, throw a 2-punch, maybe 3-punch combination, get out, watch for the takedown, and he has to keep the fight standing. No matter what, and then he still might lose anyway. I mean, come on, it's GSP. This dude's the real deal.
Yeah,
the whole package.
Yes,
but yeah, it's don't counter, get your shots off first, and avoid the takedown. That's it.
Okay, Jared, what do you think, man? I mean, we obviously know that Dan Hardy's got good hands, but to me, it's a big question mark on what he's going to do if he is on his back. I'm sure that's probably all he's training in is just takedown defense and then what to do when you're on your back.
Yeah, that's
what's going to happen.
I have no idea. If he gets put on his back, I'm looking forward to see if Dan Hardy has the cardio of GSP. I don't believe that he does, but it'll be interesting seeing what he can do off his back and maybe what he can do on his feet. You never know. He could catch GSP and rock him like Matt Serra did.
Ooh.
But we'll see. I'm gonna take GSP 5th round TKO because I don't think that Hardy's gonna have the endurance that GSP has.
Really, if he doesn't, you think it's really going to make it to the 5th?
Yeah. I think he has pretty good endurance. I think his stamina is good. But I think,
all right, it's safe to say we're all taking 5 rounds.
5 rounds.
Okay, we're obviously all taking GSP, is that right?
Yeah.
I got GSP. So maybe it should be the prediction on what round or whether it goes to decision. I actually, again, no disrespect to Dan Hardy. I think he's a phenomenal fighter. He got that title shot, and Michael Bisping didn't.
Yes.
But, come on, man, it's GSP. You got to have some wrestling to be able to compete against that. Even BJ Penn didn't have an answer for it. You think Dan Hardy is? I don't know, man. And I don't feel bad picking him at all. I know Dan Hardy is a good guy, but I think it's actually going to end in the 2nd round.
Woo! I'm going to say 4 submission.
What?
Submission.
Wow, okay, you're going submission.
Yeah, that's Kimura. Half guard. He's going to step over his head, break his arm. Oh, not his arm, his shoulder. My bad.
Okay, so you think that Hardy's going to just be a tough guy and he'll keep getting the punishment, and GSP's like, I got to do something. Crank.
He'd out-tech him, man. That's how he's going to do it. He's going to out-tech him.
Wow, tough one. All right, GSP for the win. Just like that, UFC 111 predictions are over. Thank you guys for checking with these wonderful experts that we have here. Totally kidding, guys. We really enjoy doing this. It's just for fun. We don't take ourselves too seriously, so please don't make the mistake and do that yourself. That is it. We want to hear your comments as always. Rate our videos and send us topic ideas and just stay involved because we like hearing from you guys. But that is it. I'm Josh Osborne.
Matt McCarty.
Jared McCarty.
And as we like to say around here, we will catch you on the flip side.